have to have a certain callousness, I think, to
Yeah, that's what
not
I'm saying,
get
man. I don't have that.
emotionally like
I don't have that.
affected by it. Yeah, because they're other human beings and they have families and
Now, if my friend was
know,
dying, like to say,
emotions and all
like
that.
if his leg got ripped open and it hit the main artery behind the, the thigh and shit, like I would do whatever I could, do the belt, do all that shit to my friend, but I just couldn't do it as a job all the time,
I was a transporter at a hospital, and I made the mistake of befriending some of them, and one lady particularly, I became real close friends with her, right? And she was about to get out of the hospital. The next day, they called me to, come pick up the body to help toe tag and all that, because they were short staffed, so I had to help toe tag and all this stuff, which was rough. And it was my friend, and man, that bothered me. It still bothers me.
Yeah.
I had to dress a dead body before, but it was a family member, so it was okay, but it was super weird.
Emotionally attached to people that I know that may or may not die, you know what I mean?
That's tough.
Okay, how do I let these
And
braids?
even if you're not emotionally attached, like it's emotional to be a witness to these
or something
things,
like that,
you know?
I wasn't medically trained for something like that, I had to take her down to the ward and everything. It bothered me for a while. But
First responders are the real heroes.
but the man, all the nurses and everything, they was like intrigued at how fast reading was kicked in. I'm over here like, oh god.
I should be able to find the page to light these fucking braziers instead of watching a YouTube video. It's only 4 colors, but I didn't read the thing, and I've done it before. It's my second tune. But, it's trials and tribulations, light the braziers in the proper colors. And
so
I don't know why they just don't tell me, like,
be,
in text. Instead of having to watch the fucking YouTube video. There should be a scroll or something around here that tells me, but I'll just find it on here real fast. Just enemies keep attacking me. And they're not asking permission first. Okay, I can put it on mute because I don't need to listen to this shit.
But when you said something about you have to be kind of callous, I understand more.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You have to for your own mental health.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're human beings. It's almost impossible not to relate when we witness things.
True.
When I say stuff out loud, if y'all are talking, I don't mean to like overstep or anything. It just helps me think. Because I work for, like I said, a government contractor. I do supplies all day, so I just log shit into a computer and I have to do a lot of math out loud. That damn adult.
Where y'all be went?
Damn adult.
I think they are doing something
That's
about
red.
how to break off so they can hear each other.
What'd you say about that, Bussy? Sorry, that dude has that shit stuck in my head. It was like such a big joke last night, but none of the people on here was saying it too. You get on talking about it over and over, and
What you talking about, Willis?
I'm assuming you know what the hell I'm talking about, right? That fucking meme that nobody wants to see, and then people send it to you, and it's that guy like bent over in his butthole. It's it's B-U-S-S-Y. It's what the gay guys are calling theirs or something like that. It's like, he just sent it to me out of nowhere, and I was like, first, I'm not sure if that's legal right now, and
Not for me, not for me.
I'm at work. I was like, I was at fucking work. You send it to my work email like an asshole.
I remember on PC, when I was doing live gaming on PC, people would do that email joke where it's a
Oh, you remember Kazaa Light? Like, I used to pirate shit. It got so many viruses, but my mom loves Keanu Reeves, and she tried to download the Matrix movie. But they would try to rickroll you, and it was a woman in a stall. I'm not going to go into details, but the horse was with the woman. And my mom thought she was going to jail. She was like, I just heard her scream. And I was like, turn it off. Why is it still on? She's like, I'm freaked out. I don't know what to do. But that woman was taking it. But that was like, I don't know, Mom. Like, just throw it out the window or some shit. I was like, no, I just like, you know,
Yeah, it
permanently
would get
deleted
closed
it.
on your screen and everything. Yeah, I mean, except it was a swinging dick with mine and my wife, my late wife. She brought me in. What are you watching? I'm like, I'm not watching anything. It's stuck. So why was you looking at it in the first place? I'm like, I wasn't. It was a
Supposed to be
prank.
green?
But yeah, I've gotten like that.
Okay, no,
before.
blue. Sorry, I'm totally listening to you. Like I said, I say shit out loud just because it helps me so much at work.
That's all, dude.
Because I have to multitask so much because I just got to paying like 15 fucking bills and
It's all good.
you know, adult shit. That's all it
Yeah.
is.
Why can't we retire adulting for at least a little while?
Do what now?
I said I wish I could retire adulting.
Shit, so do I, man. If I can be like, remember that book, Lord of the Flies, when all those kids, you know, just go to a fucking island, but you know, without all the murder and stuff. It's a book about everybody had to read in school. I was in the accelerated reader thing, and we had to read shit for points. But then they made a movie about it.
Man, I don't remember too much of school. I've been out of school for so long.
Well, it was about these kids that were in a plane crash. They were probably like in 6th grade, and there was only one adult, but he was fucked up and dead, and they had to try to live together, and it didn't work, and they ended up murdering each other and all this shit. Then help came on the last day when they were all like in this big war. It's crazy.
I do remember
really
a
good
book
book,
in particular that got me into it. I watched it before I watched the movie, but Old Yeller and What a Red Fern Grows.
Your animal shit, like I told you, like in the
sad.
army, I can handle people watching getting shot and shit, but when it comes to animals, even though he had to do it, he had to shoot the dog, and Old
Yeah.
Yeller, because, you know, it had that. Still, man, and
Yeah.
I just, you know, it's just like, I was one of the dudes that, like, when bullies would pick on other people, I would go pick on the bully and shit. And I wasn't
Yeah, I
6'5" or anything. I just didn't take any fucking shit.
I just got sent to a tournament.
And I didn't bully
school
people, man. I was
taken
like,
up.
why don't you fuck with somebody that actually, you know, can actually fuck with you? Because you're a weak bitch.
See, I have a mentally handicapped sister, and I've gotten kicked out of school for fighting so much over her.
Yeah, my buddy has that, and he's had to fight a lot too. Yeah, she was.
They
very
actually
awesome girl,
punished me. They actually punished me for standing up.
They gave
for
him
my
a lot of
sister.
breaks, but I guess he was lucky.
Like, I beat up the captain of the football team because he like pushed her head like into the locker and stuff. I'm like, and I lost it.
Now it would be
Red
different,
Eye.
man. But when I was going to school, nobody cared
I
about
heard
any of
that,
that
dude.
shit, and you can, you know, it was, you know, like the Wild Wild West kind of back then.
Man, I just lost it though. I heard that dude. Put him in the hospital and they tried to sue me
Yeah.
and all this stuff. So.
Yeah, my friend's sister.
And
like
they
that.
punished me for it. So I shouldn't have been.
But I
that
gotta call
severe.
him and check on his family because I know it's a damn family. I just haven't talked to him in so long.
Maybe I shouldn't have hurt him that bad, but still, that pissed me
After
off.
24, all my friends started to get married and everything, so, you know, have kids, lose track, become adults,
Man,
yada yada
it's crazy
yada.
how I had a temper in high school that I'm super mellow now. It takes a lot of.
Well, I because I could smoke a lot of weed and that helped me because I had a bad attitude problem
That
for a long
too, that
time.
too.
I used to get in a lot of fights.
I took Taekwondo for 3 years, and then you know, I kind of.
I was doing that,
spiritual.
but I went to one of the rich people ones, and all they would do was teach us the stance. So I ended up going to judo because I'm only like 6 foot, like right at 6 foot, like, you know, like not above or anything like that. And I was always really good. I grew up skateboarding, so I had really good center of balance, and judo's the best for that. And you know, you could use people's own weight, and it was good for me. And it got a lot of my anger out because you could legally fight, you know, spar, and it was okay and stuff. And I got a lot of my anger out.
That helped mellow me out too, doing that. And I developed a spirituality. I'm a spiritual person, not religious. I was raised religious, like in Pentecostal or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not that religious, but I was, you know, my grandfather was stuff. I hope so, but you know, I'm one of those people I would never know unless I see it.
I'm a spiritual person.
I would love to be, you know, have blind faith, but I just can't, you know.
But
I've seen too much bad shit in the world.
has gotten me through some really this shit.
Oh, I should have paid attention to this question. She's asking me what blade it is, and there's like 7 answers. I don't fucking know. Okay, I'm just gonna. Oh yeah, and I got blown away. I'm trying to listen to you. I just thought it was so funny. I'm gonna get fucked up and probably. Yeah, I got.
You may want to focus
Okay, I gotta
on
get
the,
some health before I do that again.
You may want to focus on that.
There's only 7 of them, so at least I know I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna pick the right one day. Yeah, I picked the right one. And this is one of those quests with a lot of crazy, you know, riddles and have to light the right colors.
Yeah,
right
I'm leveling up my spine, and this is painstaking, man.
Where am I going now?
I'm running out of
make sure-
leaves.
I need to check Codwell Silver and make sure I'm doing the right quest, because I know there's like 4 quests if you do that you can't do it. I'm just doing it because it gives you a lot of more skill points.
See how to farm leads, so I don't run out of leads too much.
That's one thing that I negated on my first tune, but I learned, you know, what to do now on my second one and stuff. I negated because there's so much cool stuff you can get from scrying. And I collect a lot of motifs, man, and all this shit. Like I just got the maw of their funeral mask, you know, like it's like the other alligator mask, but it's the undaunted one. It looks creepy as fuck. Like I collect, and my buddy does FX work and makes masks, and then I get them signed when I can by the actual people that played them, you know, and shit. Like I've got Freddy's, Claw. It's really hard to get Jason's. Damn, I forgot his real name, but he's starting to get in movies more now.
Yeah, he used to actually do more
Cold
of
Tartar.
He used to do the more of the meet and greets and stuff, but he don't do it no more.
Dude, well, I got this mask. I got one off of Etsy. I got a lot of shit off of Etsy because they make really good masks on there. Like the one for The Walking Dead when Negan went to the walkers and had to put on one of the dead faces. I got a really good one from Etsy on there. Like there's a lot of different kinds of kind of shitty, but this one's good.
Horror movies.
Yeah, I'm a big horror movie fan. I was never gothic growing up or anything, but horror movies, dude, I'm a like Ash versus the Evil Dead series.
I've always
like
been a metalhead, and
funniest.
it kind of fits in the whole thing. So.
Yeah, but I'm saying like the comedy horror is like perfect in there and shit like that.
I love
real horror movies that scare you, kind of like Martyrs. It's really fucked up. There's you know psychological ones. I really like ghost movies that deal with time and space because I'm also like a big
science
person.
psychological thrillers because it kind of makes you think, and then you think one way, and then by the end of it, you're like, what the fuck?
Like pretty much all M. Night Shyamalan movies.
Yeah.
I watched that new one. It was really boring. Like it was just in a house, and I don't know. I just thought there would be more to it. But like that, they only showed like one little like blink of an apocalypse, and you don't even know if it was real or not. I'm probably spoiling it, but it's not worth watching. I forgot what it's called, but it's on Vrio and Amazon Prime or Netflix now or Hulu. I pretty much have all the
movies you don't know
things
what's
there.
real throughout the whole thing, and then I watched some movie I had no idea. Like I was trying to decide what was real. I'm like, what's real here? And then by the end of it, I still didn't know what was real.
I'll tell you some real horror shit, man, that was really beautifully fucking written, acting, the details and stuff, and it's on Netflix, man. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's the House on Haunted Hill.
Yeah, that was actually a good thriller. That was a good thriller.
Oh my, I know, it was just like, you know, like, I'm not saying it's the best ever, but, you know, like, within the past 5 to 6 years, all they've been doing is remaking and just putting out shit just to make money. But like this one, and the chick that's in there with the breakneck lady, she's also on that show You about the 2 psychopaths, which I'm in love with her. Even though she's a lesbian, I'm in love with her, man. I think Victoria Peretti.
That dude on You that makes Dexter look like that.
Dude, I'm a horror movie nerd, man. Like for real. Like you don't even know, man. I got so much shit signed. Everybody has something though, you know. My girlfriend gets kind of mad because I guess you would call it a man cave, but it's just like on my.
You want to know my favorite horror movie, like as far as the more current ones, The Conjuring. You know why? Because
I love all the Conjuring, man.
It's based off
especially
of
the first one.
Happened.
The first one actually made me jump a couple of times when the two girls were in the